Okay, we're gonna take a quick look at the Dolphin Skimmer robot. I wanted to give you some video of it maneuvering around the pool. It's about to hit the wall, and watch how quickly it turns around and avoids that. So there's a variety of app settings where you can program it how close to get to a wall. I think I have it on the second to closest setting now, but it's all configurable in the app. You can configure speed, you can configure how long you want it to run for. It's a little unique in that you can program it to run for 10 minutes, turn off for an hour or 2 hours or whatever you pick. And you have a cycle setting like that you can set for both day and nighttime. But it has a very unique paddle wheel design. It's a quirky looking robot. I actually really like it. Over here I've got some of its competitors. I've got the Beatbot iSkim Ultra, got the Aper S1 Surfer. Those machines are, let's see, the Beatbot's about double the price of the Skimmi. The Aper's cheaper. But I gotta say, I'm really preferring the Skimmi just for its ease of use. Some things to point out is it can only charge on solar. So that is one downside. However, depending on your use case, that might not be a downside. So it does do a really good job depending on how often you're running it. I think I traditionally run it about 20 minutes out of every hour during the day. And I think I run it 20 minutes every 2 hours at night. And it's able to keep its charge just with solar. Other things I like about it is it does have that hole in the top, and it serves as a handle, which I've seen some people complain they don't really want to stick their hand in there. I don't really have a problem with that. But what I do like about it is it's very easy to see if you have any garbage in there. You don't have to stop it, take it out. You can get an idea how much gunk is in there just by looking down. So I can see stuff in there now floating around. And you can actually see stuff as it's going away. You can see the filter basket from the bottom too, and get an idea how much debris is in there. So I think it's extremely well thought out. Super maneuverable. Just a great set it and forget it type skimming robot. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and pause it here. I'm gonna pull it out of the water, and we'll take a closer look at it with some of its competitors down there, and I'll show you how the filter basket works and everything. All right, be right back. Okay, so we're back. I pulled it out of the water here, and I'm still letting it run just so you can get a better idea how it works. So you've got these two paddle wheels. Got a paddle wheel on the front here, and you sort of have this drop-down door inside there that keeps the debris trapped in there. Now I'm going to go ahead and pull the tray out. That should stop it. You can also stop it with the app. But so the tray does have a magnet. All right, so you can see there that stopped it. Tray slides out of the bottom, and you can get an idea. It's a very easy tray to clean, compared to these guys. These guys have pretty large, complicated filter baskets that are much harder to clean. I mainly have small debris, so this has only been running for 24 hours. And you can see that it's just picked up a bunch of grass, and I even have a pool cage. All right, so let's take a closer look. You can see it does sort of require you to do some cleaning here. Not only get clean the basket, but stuff does kind of get stuck on the bottom. But pretty simple robot, really. No buttons. Everything's configured through the app. It does have a Bluetooth only app, no Wi-Fi. That is kind of a bummer, but I can't say that the Bluetooth is that annoying. It's been pretty reliable with an iPhone. So its competitors over here do have Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, but you can see he's also quite a bit smaller and way lighter. So I'm gonna give you a better look, but you can see the size comparison. Has some simple status lights. Gives you an idea of let's see, whether it's running and whether it's charging, and this is kind of an alert problem status light. And here's some of the sensors. These are the sensors for under the water. These are the sensors for above the water. And again, you saw it working. does a really good job of avoiding obstacles. I'm very impressed. All right. Okay, one other thing to mention is it does have this neat feature where when it's not running, you will see once in a while it will detect that it needs to move to a better location of the pool to charge better. So if it's got a, like for example, pool is mostly shaded right now. If it was out there not working, it would detect, hey, not the greatest solar, and then it would try to move itself. And once it got over here, it would turn off again and try to charge over here. So it's pretty smart. All right. Well, there's a quick look at the Dolphin Skimmi. It's a great skimming robot. I think it's priced around $500, and I think that's a pretty good price for the performance I've gotten out of this. It currently is my favorite skimming robot to use out of these three that I own. Just great, set it, forget it, doesn't get stuck, don't have to worry about it, just quietly does its thing all day long. But it's great. I'm very happy with it. All right, thanks for watching.
Here is my Skimmi. You can see that there's a basket in there and the bugs. But when you get it, you have to download the app, the QR code. It just turned. But when you start it, there's a little propeller in the front that you just have to quickly turn, and then it starts to move immediately. You download the app, and then it recognizes your device. And then that's it. It starts to go for like 2 minutes, two and a half minutes or so. And then it stops. And then it'll say it's set to go again in an hour. But mine doesn't do that. So I don't know if you have to continuously start it or I don't know. But for me, it did not start up again by itself in an hour. And it just goes its own direction. There's no rhyme or reason. Let me see if I can show you the propeller. There it is. And right now here, it's 5:45 in the morning. So I said, let me skim the pool before anybody goes in. I don't miss those bugs. But anyway, let me come to show you the propeller right there. I mean, it's pretty cool. It skims. There are also different modes. You can just have it, this is auto, and it'll get it. Or there's manual. I haven't tried the manual mode yet, so I can't say. But I'm sure it'll work. The only thing is that you have to be really close to it to turn it on, because it wouldn't turn on when I was in my house. I had to be really close to it for it to turn on. So there's a little basket in there. See everything floating. I mean, it works, but I think you have to continuously turn it on, unless I'm doing something wrong and I don't know. Otherwise, it's pretty good. Who wants to skim a pool for 5 minutes before you jump in? Good luck.
praticamente nuota al contrario e non aspira più. Dovrebbe andare avanti così, ma non lo fa. Così ferma e continua ad andare al contrario, non va più in avanti, cioè va indietro. Vedete? Poi va a urtare in continuazione. La piscina è bella grande, ma non va più come andava all'inizio. Continua ad andare al contrario, così non prende niente, che giustamente sta di qua la bocca.
Oh, there he goes. And checks the other wall.
Yeah, so you can see it. It's got little eyeball things.
And off he goes.
This time actually letting me go near the wall.